Townsend.
Present.
Malk is absent. Williams is present. Malco.
Here.
Bat.
Present.
All right.
All right, thank you very much. Public comment, I don't see anybody, unless you guys are additional public comment too. All right, we'll go to consent agenda items. We've got claims and minutes in there for your information. And we're just looking for approval of the consent agenda items A and B.
Motion to approve the
there a
consent
second?
agenda items A and B.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right,
I had some questions on there.
discussion.
And I'm sorry, Andy, I didn't get a hold of you before, so if you don't know the answers, that's fine.
Yeah.
Aaron Wilson had a couple of invoices on there. It was on page 5. I know one of them is how much he charged. The other one was $2,500. Do you know what that might have been about?
Yeah, so that was an invoice from Aaron. So when we went through the pipelining project to have coolies come out, one of the biggest things that Aaron wanted to do is make sure that we had, I'm going to use layman terms, I don't know much about water lift stations, but basically looking about the water flow. So whenever we get a heavy rain, since we had some cracks and things in the pipe, he wanted to make sure that, one, we were lining the line itself before it got to the lift station. What he's been working on now is the lift station itself for the time being. So what he's doing is he's ripped off all of the insulation on the top of it. Basically, he's trying to get us through the winter. So
Okay.
what he's done is he's went through, we've got about probably 2 to 3 inch thick insulation on the top of the lift station itself. He's peeling all of that off. This week, and to be honest with you, he's probably here today. He's going to go into the tank and then basically retrofit some new installation and be able to keep that from freezing over in the winter. So that's what he's doing. So that would be material costs, because what he's also going to do is he's going to do a little bit of welding work inside the tank just to get us through the winter.
Okay.
That's really what it is.
Okay. A small one, it's, same page, just a few lines up. Star Financial Bank, $200 and some, an account analysis fee.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, though we've been getting these fees. I haven't talked to Star Bank on this, and this is something that I've been looking at, just at least addressing. We have fees that pop up, and they've popped up since I've been here in since July 1st. So that's one thing I need to reach out to Star Bank to really figure out what those fees are.
And then the last one was on page 3, just to kind of have an idea. We had Vista Landscape and Design that does the cleaning, and it was for $4,140. Is that a number that's pretty consistent, or?
Yeah, very, very good question. So that number will fluctuate a little bit, just because we've had an issue with just finding people to fill those positions. When we have late events, especially in the fall, we have them staying after hours, cleaning up after events. So that will fluctuate. If we have 4 sporting events during a week, obviously that would be more than what we typically have. So there is a slight increase on that. But I will say that Ed has been really good about keeping a firm pulse on how many people we have in here, making sure they're here on their times. I even had a meeting as early as last week with Ed, making sure that they're working the times that it's on their time sheets. And so, yeah, it fluctuates a little bit, but that's pretty consistent.
Okay. Those were my questions.
Thank you, Karen.
All right. So we are voting to approve the consent agenda items. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Those are been approved. Thank you. We'll move on to new business. So we've got Justin Wise here to talk about his Eagle Scout project. We got your thank you note. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you for the thank you note.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the floor, and you talk in that mic if you want. But you have to run. I can say something real quick and introduce. Yep.
All right. So, Justin, first off, I appreciate you being here this afternoon. For a young man to come to a school board meeting, we know it's very exciting to be here. So, we certainly appreciate you being here. And from my perspective, obviously, you're going to give a presentation on your Eagle Scout project, but I'm very impressed. Very forthcoming young man. He had done all the work that he's about to explain. I'm very impressed. We have a sophomore walking the halls in our school, doing some really incredible stuff. So, Justin, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for being here, and thank you for bettering our school corporation. Really. So, thank you. Go ahead, Justin.
Okay. So first of all, I just want to thank you guys for letting me do this. This is helping me to reach a goal of mine that I've had for a lot of years now. This project has taught me a lot of lessons. I've learned about leadership and how hard it can be to have everybody working on the same thing. I've also learned a great deal about money and how much of it goes into projects like these. The most valuable lesson I learned from this project is that teamwork makes things easier. Looking back to where I started, I think I've grown tremendously from this project. So just a couple of pictures.
And if you can see these photos, this is Justin and a number of individuals from our community, 20 to 30 individuals working very hard. And I'll tell you, it was quite the task to get that culvert put together.
Yes. Lastly, I want to thank the school board for believing in me and giving me a shot at this project. Could not have done it without you and Mr. Stover's guidance throughout the project. You made it possible for me to become an Eagle Scout. Thank you. On top of that, I would like to individually thank Larry Badd, Mr. Stover, Mr. Lamb, Mr. Nanny, Joe Schneider, Kevin Du Bois, and the Wes-Del cross country team. These are just a couple more pictures that I took. A lot of young kids from our cross country team that came out and just helped, did amazing stuff. That's it.
Great. Good job.
So I guess I have a question for you, Justin. My question for you is this project the culmination of becoming an Eagle Scout? Like you had to get this done in order to get it all done?
Yeah, you have to get a project done just to become Eagle. There's a lot of stuff after this too that I have to go through, but this was the main thing.
Can you tell the board a little bit about your pre-planning, some of the stuff you did before this project? Because I was impressed because, like I told you, I called the county the week before we started doing this because I'm like, hey, we're working with a waterway right now. We should probably reach out to somebody. And I was met with, hey, we've already taken care of all this.
Yeah.
I'm like, that feels good.
Yeah. So Kevin Du Bois, I talked about him. He's an architect. He helped me to figure out kind of what I wanted the bridge to look like. And then after that, I talked with Joe Schneider, who's an engineer. He kind of, not engineer, construction worker. He kind of helped me figure out more of all the stuff I needed and how much. Then I got the Delaware County Drainage Board to give me a permit for it. And after that, I got all the information set out and got everybody together, and we did it.
How old are you, Justin?
16.
I was 16 years old. Would any of you guys know to do that?
How many hours
No.
went into this?
90 hours.
90 hours.
How did you realize that we needed a bridge and how did that come about?
I just, my cross-country coach, Mr. Lamb, he told me that there used to be a bridge back there, and I thought it'd be cool to have it again.
I just didn't know. I remember a bridge being back there, but it never dawned on me that it wasn't there anymore, and I didn't know how you figured that out.
Yeah.
So next steps, what else do you have to do to accomplish your goal of Eagle Scout now?
I have to create an Eagle Scout book where I just kind of write about everything I did, kind of put it all together, put the pictures in there as well, anything I did, and then present that to a board. And then they'll decide if I'm good enough to have an Eagle or not. So hopefully I will.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you, like Mr. Stover said, bettering our school and our community, and it's been very impressive.
Thank you guys.
Does this make it, are we able to run cross-country meets here now?
Yes.
We wasn't
Next.
able to before.
Yeah,
correct?
no.
That's good.
Great.
Yeah, so the ultimate goal is, and one thing, they actually, if you see the bottom left-hand photo, and I guess bottom right, they did clean out the entire
saw
woods area
that.
too. So they cleaned out the woods, because we do have a really cool nature preserve back there. So they cleaned out that, they cleaned out the fence line. So what that's gonna allow us to do is for both boys and girls cross country, I mean, it could be a track thing too, but it gives an opportunity for us to expand our cross country course to be able to run a full loop opposed to running 3 or 4 of the smaller loops.
Yeah.
I thought at one time that the cross country ran into the woods. We had a trail that they would compete on back in the day.
Yeah, we did, and that's why we want to resurrect that.
Yeah, that
because
would be
it's just the woods itself is kind of, there's some trees down, things like that. So the ultimate goal that Justin came up with was to resurrect this, and that's where we're at. So it's going to benefit multiple different sports. It's going to benefit our custodial team and maintenance to be able to get back there, back and forth now. So and mowing. So it's incredible.
For years to come.
Yeah.
This and plus we went with a corrugated, culvert. That thing will last way longer than that last bridge.
Yep.
So this will last 40 to 50 years, I can imagine. So
It's one of the things I wanted on my project, to get something that would last.
Okay, you did a great job.
that's incredible, Justin. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Nice job.
Okay.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
And thank you for all your support.
Yeah, for sure.
We appreciate it. Means the world to us.
Yeah, absolutely,
Thank
guys.
you.
I appreciate it a lot.
You did a good job.
Thanks for
Very
coming.
good job.
Bye. All right, moving on to new business, item B. Okay, so we are looking to approve and adopt the 2026 budget. We need to do this individually.
What's that?
Do we need to do these individually, the budget?
Yes,
Okay.
we'll need to do each one of these individually. So just the resolution, the first one's resolution adopt the budget. So this would be the 2026 budget. And this is our official spending plan for the next year.
Yep.
So starting in 2026 in January, that will be our budget.
Okay. Do we want to vote on each one of these individually now? Or go through?
I would just say, we can go through it pretty quickly. I just say
Okay.
to do them separately, just so that, I want to make sure we're in compliance with the
Okay.
law, just because there is a number of things that we're working through a budget. So I'd like, let's just do that.
Okay, so we are looking for approval and adoption of the 2026 budget first.
So we need a motion to approve that. I'll motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the budget has been approved for 2026. Okay, the second item is the 2026 through 2030 bus replacement plan.
And then also for the board, I did provide a review sheet for all the resolutions that we're passing. So I just want to let you know that we have a quick sheet. But basically, school replacement plan is a 5-year replacement plan, and is generally used. And actually, to go back to your question, Larry, this is a very good point. So we have the bus replacement plan in place because the state of Indiana recommends that we replace bus on a 12-year basis, but and basically create a plan where we roll 1 or 2 buses off every single year. The idea behind that is to make sure you have a good, safe fleet for everything. The document is Indiana code that we have to submit it, but we don't we submit this, but we don't actually have to buy the bus. So I just want to be very clear. Ideally, we have new leases. We've got a really good fleet. We've updated our buses, and we've also passed all of our inspections. But this is more of just compliance with the state of Indiana. You don't necessarily have to do it, but you have to submit the document that you're doing it.
Okay, so we're just looking for approval approval of the bus replacement plan. We need a motion.
I will.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the bus replacement plan has been approved. All right, so the next item is the 2026 through 2028 capital projects plan. We just need a motion.
Yep.
I will motion again.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, capital projects plan has been approved. All right, so moving on to item C, we've got Mr. Stover's recommendation to transfer amounts from education fund to operation fund. The plan for that.
I'll motion to accept the resolution plan.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that has been approved. Item D is, we're just looking for approval to make adjustments or additions or reductions to the 2025 and 2026 budget.
I motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That has been approved. Okay, so then we've got item E, resolution to reduce appropriations. We're just looking for approval for that resolution.
I motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That has been approved. Okay, the last resolution is F, the transfers for 2025 budget appropriations. You'll find that in your documents. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I will.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That has been approved.
All right.
Okay. And just for the board's sake, these are typical resolutions that you would see on a yearly basis. As a superintendent, I just try to cover all of my areas because there are intra-fund switches, but we also have to look at appropriation balances. And the reality is we try to build the best budget imaginable, but at times you spend less or you spend more in areas, and we try to be as fiscally responsible. So at the end of the year, there might be an appropriation that we didn't spend, so that allows me to have flexibility and I guess rectifying that before the new year and the new budget.
Okay. And then item G, we do not have any employment. No employment, so then we'll just move on to superintendent's report.
I've got very exciting news. Our student annual daily membership, or ADM, is up. So that's the number of students that attend Wes-Del Community Schools. So last year in the spring, we had a student, or I apologize, in the fall, we had a population of 829. In the spring, we had a population of 827 students. And this year, our count day came back at 866 kids. So that's the way the state works is you have two count days. You have one in the fall and you have one in the spring. And what they do is they put the two together and find the average. So last year, our actual yearly average was 827. And that's what you would see on all of the state databases. And then now we're sitting at 866. That's incredible. I look back over at least the last 8 to 10 years, that rivals our highest district population, at least the last 8 to 10 years. Very excited about that. Obviously, that shows the faith that the community has in what we're doing here. I think it's truly incredible, and I think that it's a true statement towards the impact that our teachers make, that our teachers are grinding every single day. Our administrators are doing a great job. School board, you guys are doing a really great job. Obviously, you're doing something very good if people are wanting to take their kids here. So I'm very happy to be a part of this. I'm not in a position to take any of this or claim that I have, because this is a lot of work from everybody at Wes-Del Community. So I'm very, very happy and very fortunate about this. The next one is our youth football. We've had our TEC league going on. I had the opportunity to actually attend the full day TEC league we had here 2 weeks ago. That was actually the same day that Justin was here when we were putting the bridge in. So I was going back and forth between the two. We have a lot of promise with our football program. We have an undefeated group, 4th and 5th grade, that I'm very impressed with, and everybody that was at the TEC, and that was Knightstown, Lincoln, Union City, quite a few schools, and they were talking about how impressed they were, one, with our facilities. I think we have a really good facility, but they're also impressed with our coaching staff and how well our kids, I mean how well they behave, but also how good they play on the field. So I think we have a lot of promise, and I want to thank Coach Knuckles and also AD, Mr. America, for everything they're doing. That's incredible, but that's not just at the top, that's K through 12, so that's incredible. Also, if you haven't seen, I pushed out a new newspaper from my central office. I'm working with Miss Stanley and her students. So what we're going to do is we're working on a project for marketing. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to encapsulate the first quarter. The idea is each quarter I'm going to do a longer read. And then I'm going to work with Miss Stanley and her classes to develop shorter updates each month. So it won't be like necessarily a newsletter, but it's going to be like a quick hit. Like we live in a world where kids want to see social media for 15 seconds. So we're going to try to figure out how we can have quick hits. So if a kid wants to go on Instagram or whatever social media where we put it on, we could capture that in a quick snippet opposed to having something long. So we're trying to push out fast. So stay tuned with that. But yeah, I will push out the Hatchet Herald at the conclusion of each 9 weeks to encapsulate everything we're doing. But we're doing a lot of incredible things. It's been a truly remarkable first quarter. It's hard to believe that we've got through the first quarter already. So very blessed.
All right, well, thank you.
Move on to board comments. Larry?
I don't have anything to add to that.
Carrie?
First, I'd like to congratulate all the National Honor Society inductees. That is huge. Unfortunately, I was never part of that, so a little bit of jealousy there, but that is a big, big honor there. The other thing is I'd like to congratulate Coach Matt Knuckles on an incredible wild win at Park Tudor, 58-50. And then Brock Noman, which these numbers are unbelievable, 387 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's probably some records there that we can't even fathom.
And that's against Park Tudor? And that game went into overtime.
They went into overtime. So great. Wonderful to see that there. The other thing is the follow-up on our refund. So I have those checks here. Our final one is $4,997.96. That'll be our final refund. I did follow up because I was working with Andy on there. There is no such thing as an appeals board for our property taxes. So this will be the final one. I got a hold of DLGF and I got the final answer. So I was a little misled on what I was told, but that's the answer.
So we can't go back further?
No.
I was waiting because I sent the email and I
went down there this morning and and they didn't know.
Yeah.
But I got a hold of the state and the state said, nope, that's it. So that's 3 years worth, but we did get another check close to $5,000 and I'll give that to you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Malco.
Shane?
I wanted to say thank you for following up on the email inquiring about Mrs. Reno's outside library. Thank you. Box. And I appreciate how streamlined we are working together. So I feel like we're moving in a positive direction. So thank you.
Yeah, we'll get that library box up.
Where's it going to be?
That's you.
Oh, I know, but I was interested in
Where's
the
it gonna
library
be?
box.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going to be.
Okay, so we're,
There was one out there at one time.
One time,
That was
okay.
dedicated to
We're gonna redo it.
Mrs. Reno. I had there was somebody in the public that was inquiring, so I'm following
Wonderful.
up for somebody.
Yeah.
They were asking for it, so I was just curious.
Yeah, absolutely.
all right. Again, a lot of great stuff going on, and I appreciate everybody's efforts. It was fun to hear about Justin's project, and I need to probably walk out there and see it. Mr. Romine, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Mr. Romine's here on break. Thank you, Mr. Romine.
So, all right, well, that's all I have, so we just need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting now is adjourned. Thank you, guys.